material cost variances. So the difference between standard cost of direct materials specified and actual cost of direct material used in the production. So initially, experts specify the standard cost, estimated the standard cost, but actuals are different. So the difference, that is the variance. So it is a combination of material price variance, material usage variance. Okay. So if we combine both the price and usage variances, we'll get total material cost variances. So material usage variance is subdivided into material mix variance and material yield variance. If we combine material mix and material yield, we'll get the material usage variance. If we combine material price and material mix and material yield variances, we'll get total material cost variances. Okay, we'll go one by one. So material cost variance, the difference between standard cost of direct materials specified for the production and the actual cost of direct materials used in the production. Actuals used in the production is known as the direct material cost variances. So what is specified and what we used? Material price variance. Material price variance is the difference between standard price and actual price for the actual quantity of materials used for the production. So how much is estimated price, but actually how much we paid amount. Material usage variance. It is the difference between standard quantity specified for actual production and the actual quantity used at the standard purchase price. This is material usage variance. Let us understand the same concept through the illustration. So in this illustration, we will know how to calculate the material cost variances. So the standard and actual figures of project Z are as under. Standards, actuals, material quantity 50 units and 45 units actuals. Material price per unit 1 rupee standard price and 0.80 actual price. Calculate material cost variances. So first of all, we'll figure out how much standard cost and how much is actual cost. Standard cost, standard quantity into standard price is equal to 50 units into 1. Rupees 50 is the standard cost. Actual cost, actual quantity into actual price. So actual quantity is 45 units into price is 0.80. So it comes around rupees 36. So how to calculate variances? First one, material price variance. So material price variance, it is the difference between actual price and standard price. So actual quantity into standard price minus actual price. So actual quantity is 45 units. Standard price is 1. Actual price is 0.80%. Into 1 minus 0.80. 9. So is it in favorable situation or adverse situation? So how we have to determine this? See, this is the price. What we estimated is 1 rupee, right? So it means company is ready to pay 1 rupee, but actually we paid 80 paisa only. Means 20 paise is less compared to the estimated. So we paid very less. So it is favorable one. Favorable variance. Next, material usage variance. So it is the difference between standard quantity and actual quantity. Standard price into standard quantity minus actual quantity. So standard price is 1. So actual standard quantity is 50 minus actual quantity is 45. So the difference is 5. 1 into 5, 5. So is it favorable or adverse? See, so how much we estimated to utilize the material? 50. But how much actually we spent? 45. It means it is favorable. Favorable variance. So as per the diagram, so material cost variance. So material cost variance is nothing but the difference between standard cost and actual cost. So here itself, we can simply say the difference is 14, right? Standard cost, estimated cost 50, but actually how much we spent? 36 only. It means 14 rupees we are having favorable variance. Okay, so as I said, if we combine material price variance and material usage variance, okay, it should be equal to this 14. Let us see. So favorable 9 favorable plus 5 favorable. Total 14 favorable variance. So this is how we have to calculate the material cost variance. Let us try to calculate all material variances by using this information. Okay. the standard mix to produce 1 unit of product. To produce 1 unit of product is material X 60 units, material Y 80 units, material Z 100 units. Total 240 units. 240 units. This is the price per unit and this is the cost, total cost of to produce 1 unit of product. Okay. During the month of April, 10 units were actually produced and consumption was as follows. See, here we have to observe to produce 1 unit of product, these are the materials specified and this is the estimated price of each material. Okay, but actually they produced 10 units and these are the proportions which they utilize and these are the prices they incur. So this is the actual cost incurred. Okay, actual cost incurred to produce 10 units, not 1 unit. So this one is for 1 unit. See, let us try to separate the information. Materials X, Y, Z, standard, actuals. Okay, so standard quantity, price, cost. Quantity, price, cost. Okay, so standards for ten units of product. Okay, so material X standard quantity is 60 units to produce 1 unit of product. But to produce 10 units of product, 60 into 10, it means 600. So next 80 into 10, 800. So this is the basic calculation we have to observe. So price per unit 15, 20 and 25. So coming to the actuals, 640 because it is already given for 10 units of product. 640, 950 and 870. Price per unit 17.50, 18, 27.50. So calculations will be 9,000, 16,000 and 25,000. So total cost is 50,000. Okay. So material total standard material 2400. So 2400 standard units were utilized and it costs around 50,000. And the quantity 2460. 11,200, 17,100, 23,925. So actual cost will be 52,225. Okay. So first one, material cost variance. Standard cost, how much? 50,000. 50,000 minus actual cost 52,225. Okay. So how much is estimated? 50,000. How much actually incurred? It is cost. See, it is cost variance we are calculating it. Okay. So actually incurred is 52,000. It means we incurred excess. So we should not mention minus values here. Okay. We'll just mention the difference as A, means adverse variance. It is the adverse variance. Okay. So these are all formula based. Only the thing is we have to understand the concept. So material price variance. So the variance between standard price and actual price. Okay. So standard price, how much is the standard price? So we have to go by material. Material X. So standard price is 15 minus actual price is 17.50 into actual quantity 640. Okay. So here we can understand the variance. It is in adverse because actual price we spent is 17, means 2 rupee 2.50 excess. So it means obviously the result will come adverse variance. Okay. So it comes around 1600 adverse variance. Material Y 20 minus 18 into actual quantity is 950. So it comes around 1900. So here estimated is 20, but we spent less. It means it is a benefit. It is a favorable variance. Material Z 25 rupees and 27.50 into 870 comes around 2,175. It is also adverse variance. Okay. So total material price variance is equal to so how much? So adverse is high, 1875 adverse. Okay. So next one, material usage variance. So how much standard quantity we estimated for the production and how much actual quantity we utilized. Material X. Let's use this. So standard quantity 600, 640 into standard price 50. Into 20. Into 25. See, it is the difference between standard quantity and actual quantity. So how much standard quantity is specified? 600. But how much we utilized it? 640. It means we utilized excess, right? It means obviously the result will be adverse variance, right? So here also the same. 800 is specified, 950 we utilized. We utilized excess. So adverse variance will come. Coming to Z, 1000 is specified by but we utilized 870 only. It means we are in favorable variance. Okay, so let us calculate the amounts. So material X come around 600, 600, and material Y 3000, material Z 3250. So total material usage variance is equal to 350 adverse. Okay. So the next one, material mix variance. So revised standard quantity minus actual quantity. So we have to calculate the revised standard quantity. So revised standard quantity formula is standard quantity of each material by total standard quantity into total actual quantity. Okay. So Let us calculate the revised standard quantity. Standard quantity of each material 600, 800, 1000. By total standard quantity. Total standard quantity 2400. 2400 into total actual quantity 2460. 2460. Okay. Or we can use like this 2400 divided by 2460 into 600. So that means total actual quantity by total standard quantity into standard quantity of each material. So calculation will be same. So it comes around 615. And 820. 1025. So these are all units. Okay, so this is the revised standard quantity. Okay, so now we'll calculate the material mix. Revised standard quantity minus actual quantity. So revised standard quantity of X is 615. 615 minus actual quantity. So actual quantity is 640 into standard price. Standard price is 15. So it comes around 375. 375. So how much is revised quantity? 615. But how much we spent? 640. It means we are in adverse variance. So Y revised quantity is 820 units. Actual quantity is 950 units. Even after revision, still the quantity what we utilized is more compared to the revised one. Standard price is 20. So comes around 2600. 2600 adverse variance. Revised quantity of Z 1025 units minus, so actual quantity 870. 870. So standard price is 25. So it is in favorable variance. It comes around 3875. Favorable. So total material mix variance is 900. Favorable variance, because favorable variance is high than the adverse variance. 900 is a favorable variance of material mix. Okay. Now, material yield variance. So standard quantity minus revised standard quantity. So we already calculated the revised standard quantity. So standard quantity of X is 600, 800,000. 600 minus revised standard quantity is 615 into standard price 15. So here revised standard price, revised standard quantity is more than the standard quantity. Okay, so it means it has adverse variance. $225. So material Y 800, standard quantity is 800, and revised standard quantity is 820. Standard price is 20 rupees. Comes around 400 adverse. So standard quantity 1000 and revised standard quantity 1025. into standard price is 25 rupees. So it comes around 625 adverse variance. So all are adverse variance because revised standard quantity is more than the standard quantity. So 1250 adverse variance. Total material yield variance. So we'll just cross check with the material cost variance. Okay. So first of all, we'll check the material usage variance. Material usage variance is equal to material mix variance plus material yield variance, right? So we already calculated the material usage variance. Material usage variance, how much? 350 adverse. So 350 adverse variance. So how much is the material mix variance? Material mix variance. Total material mix variance is 900 favorable. 900 favorable variance plus material yield variance. Just now we calculated it. 1250. 1250 adverse variance. So finally, the result will be adverse. 350 adverse. Right. So it means our calculation is correct. Let us cross check the material cost variance. So material cost variance is the combination of material price variance and material usage variance. Okay. So we already did cross check with this material mix and material yield variance. So we'll see both. So how much is the material cost variance? 2225 adverse. Right. Material price variance is 1875 adverse plus material usage variance 350 adverse. See, both are equal. Okay. Or 1875 adverse plus 900 favorable plus 1250 adverse. Or we can mention like this. So this is the material usage variance and this is the material price variance. Okay, this is how we have to calculate the material variances.